Hello, this is Soundout here. Welcome back to another Power Rangers Samurai review. Today we finally have the Swordfish Zord. If you remember, I reviewed Tiger and Beetle and the Samurai Megazord a little while back, and now I got the Swordfish Zord because it's shipped in a different wave, all by himself, but he shipped with repeats of the Tiger Zord. Anyway, Swordfish Zord has now appeared in the show. All the auxiliaries now appear in the show, and they have combined, which is really cool. So anyway, as you can see here, you got the basic Blue Ranger figure. He is very basic. He can only do that, and his head moves. He can ride up on the Zord like this. That's it. He's kind of unimportant. He goes good with the others. But here's the thing we're here to talk about. Now, I gotta admit, this thing is a little underwhelming. I really gotta say, after all the hype of, oh my god, there's a Swordfish Zord, because, you know, second wave stuff and everything, it's actually not that great. I mean, the Swordfish was always, the Kajiki origami was always the worst origami they put out, in my opinion, for Shinkenger, and the Swordfish Zord is not that great. Now, they changed the gimmick for this one. As opposed to having the little sword opening, move up and down, you have the tail that flutters, kind of. Yes, it just, like, wiggles back and forth on this, like, axis. Anyway, so yeah, you can see the disc is molded on there. It's not actually there. And it looks really nice. I'm kind of glad they added the mouth at the bottom. It just adds a little bit more to it. But other than that, it does that. You can extend the sword on his thing, but that's it. There's not much to this guy. He is very basic. I mean, this gimmick isn't even that exciting compared to, like, spinning beetle horn or spinning tiger drills. They were a little bit more exciting than this guy. This guy is kind of underwhelming considering all the hype about him because, you know, yeah. Yeah. Can I recommend this guy? No, not at all. The only way I can recommend this is you have every other Zord. Okay? That's the only way I can recommend this. I can't recommend this even if you have just the Samurai Megazord. Why is that? Well, let me show you. Warning, the following combination is absolutely stupid and I hate it. Be warned. Anyway, remove the helmet off the Samurai Megazord and here we go. Remove the Ape Zord. You can just transform and just set it down there at his feet. Take your Swordfish Zord, pull these fins out like that, pop his head off, his head, extend the sword out, that just goes on there, and put the sword in the rest of the body, attach it on. Bandai of America, what the hell were you thinking? This is stupid. Alright, I didn't mind most of the Beetlezord becoming a shield. That was actually practical. The tiger, he's all accurate. This is stupid. It's supposed to be the Swordfish Lancer Megazord, but it looks nothing like it. Okay, if you do this, then you can kind of replicate it. But this is stupid. Okay, this is supposed to go in the head in the show. As stupid as it is, it's better than sticking it into a decapitated swordfish and then sticking it and replacing the arm so this arm can't be on there. Dumb. This is just dumb. So if you only have the Samurai Megazord, don't go after the Swordfish Zord. And don't go after it if you see it and you haven't ever seen it before. Because it's not going to go for that much on eBay. Because it'll become more common. But this is just dumb. I hate this combination. And there's no way to get this to attach on the back like it does in the show. There's just no way to do it. I mean, yes, it might have been sitting back there doing nothing, but at least you had all of the Zords on. Not having to remove one. That's just dumb. This is an epic fail of a combination. And I took this off and I'm not putting it back on because it just looks stupid and I get angry over it. I just really cannot recommend the Zord alone or with the Samurai Megazord. The only thing it does right is combine with ye old other auxiliaries. Alright, so here we have our 3 auxiliary Zords. The Beetle Zord, which is now piloted by Mike, because of the current episode. The Swordfish Zord, piloted by Kevin, and the Tiger Zord, piloted by Jaden. Did I say Sword? No. Beetle Zord, Swordfish Zord, Tiger Zord. Anyway, yeah, this $45 is painful because these were $15 each, and I think I paid $17 for the Swordfish because the price increased at Toys R Us. Now, can I recommend these as a set? Well, they do combine, and that is the main thing, but I do think these are really pricey. You got spinning horn, you got spinning tail, you got spinning drills. But seriously, there's a reason these didn't sell that well in Japan. It's because they don't do enough on their own. The reason to get them is the Japanese version is to get the discs, and the American version is to get the combination. That is the main attraction, is just having the combination with the Samurai Megazord. Anyway, without talking, let's do the Battle Wing formation. You want to begin by removing the Beetle's legs, with replacing this leg back onto the Beetle Zord. Also remove the top one. Take the Swordfish, pop off the tail, flip open up the little piercers, and you're done. Take your Tiger Zord, dismantle them completely. Take the main body, notice the pegs, take your regular looking drills, put them towards the back here, put the awkward feet ones on the bottom. Also, attach the tiger helmet to the bottom and put it into place. Next, you want to take the Swordfish, attach the other Kabuto leg, or beetle leg, whatever. Take the Swordfish's tail, turn this part that way, take the main body, and peg it on using the 2 pegs. Take the horn, attach the crown. Unfortunately, it does not close up, so it's not fully accurate. Take the body, attach the beetle on this side, and attach the Swordfish on this side. There's only one way to do this. It's kind of easy. And then attach the head on. And there you have the Battle Wing formation. The Samurai Battle Wing formation is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty impressive how you take a beetle, a swordfish, and a tiger and turn it into a giant flying bird. It's pretty impressive. Now, differences from the Japanese version. The tail would normally be really short, and this would peg onto the back and have a longer tail. That's just not here. It actually looks better and saves space. It also doesn't have as big of a wingspan because there's not as much gear mechanisms, because in the Japanese version, there was a little thing you'd turn and it'd activate all the gimmicks of the spinning drills and the swordfish thing moving up and down and this doing. You can roll it along and it will spin the Kabuto, or the beetle horn, but that's about it. Now the way I have this set up is I put the feet-looking legs on here because they just look better and you don't see them as much. And this tiger helmet doesn't want to stay on sometimes, but basically it's kind of there. But yeah, there you go. It's really, really cool looking. It's a lot smaller than the Japanese version. It's got less of a wingspan, so when you combine it with the Samurai Megazord, it doesn't have as much issues yet. But anyway, so this is really cool, and I really do like how it looks. Not really any complaints. They did make improvements. They made it a little bit smaller, so it's not so unruly and doesn't throw the Megazord off balance. Speaking of the Megazord combination, to combine the Battle Wing with the Samurai Megazord, you need to remove the head crest, remove the tiger helmet, and the 2 feet claws. Otherwise, you are done. Put the helmet together just like you normally would. Plug the extra drills on the sides of the legs. This is a change from the Japanese version where they were essentially drill breasts. I like this a lot better. Flip up the back connector and peg the remaining chunk of the Battle Wing to the back pegs. Finally, put the helmet on and put the sword in the turtle's hand, and you have the unnamed combination. Now, I cannot find a name for this combination yet. In Japan, it was Tinku Shinkano. This is Daitinku and Shinkano combined. In America, we have the Samurai Megazord and the Samurai Battle Wing. I can imagine this being called the Samurai Battle Wing Megazord. I do not want to say that for sure, because this review, for those of you watching in the future, was filmed right after the episode where we saw the Samurai Battle Wing first aired. Okay, so I don't know this combination name yet. I'll probably add an annotation link later when we find out. But it looks really nice. This is what you buy all this for. So far in this line, I have spent, sadly, $75 for this. In the past, it would have been $80 because Megazords are $40, and these guys probably would have been $40 as a set. But nowadays, it should have been like $60, but because they wanted to make these individual, and they made more money that way, because, yeah. Basically, this is really nice. The changes from the Japanese version, no gigantic tail anymore. The little back peg keeps it a little bit more stable. The drills on the legs is much better than the drills as breasts, which I always thought was odd, considering the Megazord is male and everything. And it looks really nice. Overall, this is what you buy the Swordfish Zord, is to complete this. Because this is what you're most likely to be displaying it in until, you know, Claw and Octo Zords come out. But that's spoilers for the future. Anyways, that is all. Until next time, check out writersrangersandrambles.com and tell us in the sound saying goodbye.
Soundout, where are you?
I'm right here.
Ah, there you are. Now for my revenge.
I guess you want revenge for that bad review I gave you.
You guessed right. Now die!
Alright. Megazord power. Samurai Megazord. Ha! Samurai Megazord. Combination complete.
Who do you think you are that you could jump into a Megazord and try to destroy me?
I am Soundout, toy reviewer and tokusatsu badass. Now, what do you think you're doing trying to kill me? By the way, who sent you?
She sent me.
Who is she? Ever thought of female before?
I don't know who she is, but she gave me the power to kill you. So I'm gonna take the chance and do it.
So apparently we don't know anything about this person. And since you're useless now, let's finish this up. We've got more reviews to do. And your time is up. Ha! Great, now I don't have a Drive Max or Dual Drive Megazord. Isn't this day just perfect? Well, time to go to eBay.